Maridadi kabisa.
Panic erupted at Nyayo Stadium today when a military jet thundered dangerously low over the crowd, startling President William Ruto and other dignitaries. Windows shattered, walls cracked, and thousands of shillings in damages were reported in the nearby Nairobi West. Residents are demanding government compensation, saying the jet flew lower than ever before, causing destruction never seen during past flyovers, as Willie Lusige reports.
Military jets and choppers have long wowed crowds during national celebrations, showcasing the Defence Force's skill and readiness to defend the skies. But Friday's Jamhuri Day flyover was somewhat unusual as the Northrop F-5 Tiger II fighter jet roared over the packed stadium. The celebrations took a frightening turn. President Ruto and other dignitaries instinctively flinched, sensing danger despite having seen such before. The jet wreaked havoc along its flight path, especially Nairobi West area. Windows were shattered, residents fled in panic, and homes were damaged.
Imagine out of the blue, you just hear some big noise and some, maybe like a blast when glasses break suddenly out of the blue. So far I don't think there's no damages regarding for health-wise injuries or anything, but it costs people a lot to repair the glasses and so on.
Residents insist this was unusual. The low height of the plane caused damage and reportedly sparked fear among those of frail condition.
We want people to consider the safety procedures. I think this damage was caused because the jets flew lower than expected. They're supposed to be flying, I don't know.
Now residents are demanding safety guarantees and compensation to prevent future incidents.
We hope our government considers the damages and compensates us for what happened. People were frightened instead of them being happy and celebrating today as a public holiday. There's safety procedures regarding the jets passing by, making sure no one is harmed. It's a day for celebration. It's not a day for people being sad or any injuries. We don't know, maybe some injuries might be fatal, People might mourn regarding that matter. We want it to be a really celebration day.
With a lot of effects in buildings near Nyayo Stadium, the residents of this area are calling on the government to find a way to compensate them after a number of buildings were damaged. Willie Lusige, Citizen TV, Nairobi West.
So, Wakenya wenzangu, hii mwaka ya 2025 ni kama haitaki daktari mazuri. Kutoka kukimbizwa na rhino, leo hii karibu wa faint baada ya kusikia mlio mkali wa ndege ya kivita ya kijeshi ambayo huwa inaenda kwa kasi na inaacha sauti nyuma, sauti ambayo huwa inaitwa the sound of freedom. Daktari baada ya kusikia hiyo sauti, pamoja na wale watu wote walikuwa naye kwa presidential dais, walikuwa karibu kuokotwa chini. Rais alionekana akitiwa nguvu na CDF akijaribu kumuelezea nini imefanyika. Sijui walifikiria nini inataka kufanyika ama nini imefanyika, lakini tazama hii video ya rais akitaka kutoka mbio baada ya kusikia mlio wa ndege.
Naomba tuweze kuyakaza macho yetu upande wa kulia ili tukaweze kumpata. Amefika kwa umaridadi kabisa, akiacha sauti nyuma. Sound of freedom. Tuwape makofi marubani wetu wa ndege za kivita. Mheshimiwa Rais, yatafuata
kwa moja.
Why do fighter jets always leave a white mist behind them? That's not smoke, it's a sonic boom cloud. When a jet races through the sky at high speed, it pushes the air in front of it, compressing it into layers of pressure waves. But once the jet's speed breaks the sound barrier, roughly 767 miles per hour, the air can't move out of the way fast enough. It collapses into an invisible wall of pressure. When the aircraft punches through that wall, the sudden change in air pressure creates a massive explosion of sound, the sonic boom. At the same moment, the rapid pressure drop behind the plane causes water vapor in the air to condense into a visible white cloud. That's the sonic boom cloud. If a jet breaks the sound barrier too close to the ground, the shockwave can shatter windows. That's why most countries ban supersonic flight over land. The destructive power of the boom is just too great. So here's a question. Would you want to be standing on the ground the next time a fighter jet breaks the sound barrier above you? What if I told you? There's a plane so fast, even missiles can't catch it. This is the SR-71 Blackbird, the fastest aircraft ever built. While normal jets fly at around 600 miles per hour, the Blackbird cruises at over 2,200 miles per hour. That's 3 times the speed of sound, faster than a bullet fired from a rifle. It could cross the United States in under 68 minutes. Built during the Cold War, this beast was designed for one mission. Fly so fast, no enemy could shoot it down. How fast? When a missile locked onto it, pilots were trained to just outrun it. Instead of dodging, they simply pushed the throttle and disappeared into the sky. Its skin heats up to over 600 degrees Fahrenheit during flight, turning black to manage the temperature, giving it its iconic look. And here's the craziest part. The Blackbird leaked fuel on the runway. It only sealed tight after reaching supersonic speeds. It was less a plane and more a flying miracle. Want to know why the US retired a plane that couldn't be caught? Comment part 2 below. The truth might shock you. It could outrun its own shadow. That's how fast the Concorde was. A jet that cruised at Mach 2, twice the speed of sound. While normal planes took over 7 hours to fly from New York to London, Concorde did it in under 3. Passengers left JFK at sunset and landed in London before it. Flying at 60,000 feet, you could literally see the curve of the Earth. The sky turned dark blue, and you were racing the planet's rotation. But all that speed came with a price. Concorde burned fuel like a rocket, and every seat cost thousands of dollars. Each flight was a luxury event, with champagne, caviar, and celebrities in every row. It wasn't just fast, it was an engineering masterpiece. Its slender delta wings, its drooping nose for takeoff and landing, and its afterburners lighting up the sky like a fighter jet in a tuxedo. But the world wasn't ready. The sonic boom made it illegal to fly supersonic over land. Maintenance costs skyrocketed, and by 2003, the dream ended. The last flight touched down to tears and applause. Yet even today, no airliner has matched it. So here's the question. If you could cross the Atlantic in under 3 hours again, would you pay the price to fly faster than sound?
The fastest jets are about 0.92, 0.93 Mach. Of course, there's been an opportunity where you start seeing the bragging rights of different companies saying, oh, we got the 0.935, 0.94, but they're momentary points just to sort of reach and then they pull back or they're in descent or whatever. But the fact of the matter is most of the fastest jets today that fly at a regular fast speed is 0.92 Mach, and the average speed of most of the long-range jets are flying at 0.85 Mach, and the airlines are usually flying at 0.78 or 0.80 Mach. Mach speed is basically the speed of sound. So just to calculate, what is Mach 1? Speed of sound is approximately 666 knots, nautical miles per hour, or 767 miles per hour, or about 1,200 kilometers per hour. So when you're talking about 0.9 Mach, it's 0.9 of each one of those numbers.
This is why the cockpit canopy of a U.S. fighter jet never shatters. It's not glass at all. It's an armored, transparent, protective layer. When a jet cuts through the clouds at supersonic speed, even a single bird strike is equal to a high-velocity projectile hitting the cockpit. If it were regular glass, it would explode instantly, and the pilot would be blinded on the spot. So fighter jets use a 3-layer transparent armor structure. Outer layer, impact-resistant resin to take the first hit middle layer, high-strength polycarbonate to absorb energy and prevent cracking inner layer, anti-shatter coating to protect the pilot from debris. This structure allows the canopy to withstand supersonic pressure without breaking, take hits without shattering or sending fragments flying, and completely prevent bird strike hazards. Aircraft, like the A-10 Warthog, which fly extremely low and face even greater danger, have canopies built to ballistic-level protection. To you, it looks like a transparent piece of glass. To a pilot, it's life-saving transparent armor. It's not for aesthetics, it's built so that in the most dangerous situations, the pilot can come back alive. Here's the question. If you had the chance to sit inside a fighter jet protected by this transparent armor and experience a supersonic flight, would you dare? Yes or no?
I went to the Dubai Air Show for 2 days, the first day and the last day, and here's exactly what happened. I had the Skyview ticket, and on day 1 I got there very early. The display started with Emirates showcasing its fleet and the newest Airbus A350. Then we saw the military parade, and this, the B-52 Stratofortress, a bomber aircraft. Then came the jets with the low pulses, loud engines and insane maneuvers. I saw the world's most advanced fighter jet, the F-35, and this was the UAE's national aerobatics team, Fusan Al Emirat, that drew the UAE flag colors across the sky. And on the last day, I went back with my friend Aviator from Uganda, and we even saw the How Tejas aircraft from India. This was my first time at an air show, and I can confidently say that the Dubai Air Show was one of the best. Everything stood out, from the aircrafts to the displays, and I cannot wait for 2027.